Hello and welcome to this lecture on data storytelling. So before we learned about pandas and data processing, we did exploratory data analysis, EDA, and now we will instead go on to explanatory data analysis. So you find the things that you want to present through exploratory data analysis, and then you emphasize and clean the visuals so that it becomes a telling story, which you can use in explanatory data analysis, which is very good when you're presenting to different stakeholders. Okay, so we'll start with importing pandas. Import pandas as PD. We'll import matplotlib. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. And then we'll do df annual. We have the data set here in the data. It's a CO2 data. So pd.read csv data /CO2 and mean mlo.csv. df annual. We see that we have some kind of parse error. Okay, error tokenizing data. So if we look into this one, oh, right, we have a lot of comments here. Comments, and the data starts from row 44. Okay, so we should skip all the rows before that. And then we have a lot of data here. Okay, I close this down. Let's do that. Comma skip rows equals 43. And we do it like this. Yes, then we get the data we want. Great. Let's see. .head. We do .info. Understand the data. df annual. It's called, right? df underscore annual. Let's see. Okay, we have 3 columns. We have 64 non-null. Oh, great. We don't need to replace that. And we can start with some plotting. So when you're doing your EDA, exploratory data analysis, it's quite common that you just do some type of plotting. So x equals, okay, year. We already have them in int and float, so we don't need to convert them. Y equals mean, and then y can do like this. Yeah, we have a graph here. And we can directly do y label equals ppm, and we can have a title. And if you read a little bit about this data set, you know that it's CO underscore 2. And let's see, to make it to have the subscript emissions like this. So CO2 emissions. And yeah, we have Y label and X label. We have year, we have ppm, parts per million, and we have CO2 emissions. Yeah, this looks like quite a neat graph, you might think. And it is quite good for exploratory analysis. We can understand that, yeah, the CO2 emissions are increasing a lot. Maybe a little bit... maybe more than linear. It looks a little bit like a what's called like exponential. It looks a little bit exponential. Okay, great. And let's see what we can do with this then. And also, let's get another data set. I'll give you, we have another data set here. Let me check how we'll move on to this one. So we'll go into the browser. And we go into this homepage, and we have here a lot of data, CO2 emissions by country. So I want to actually read this data, so I will show you how to do it with pandas. So we are going to scrape this data. So I'm copying this, and first of all, I will do inspect, and by inspecting this, we could take this down a little bit, and we can actually click on this button, and we see here. We can do, for example, here we see that this is within a table. So this is basically a table, and a table that contains a lot of data. So we need to read this table into pandas, and then we can clean this and work with it as a data frame. So I will move on to Visual Studio Code. So df country equals to pd.read HTML. Very, very nice. And we put in this URL and see what happens. df country module not found. Okay, except blah blah blah. We need to have this module. Okay, lxml. So uv pip install lxml. Done. Yes. Then we run this one. See what happens. Oh, we get a list of a lot of tables, it seems, or 2 tables. Then we can take length of this list and see what happens. Oh, 1. Okay, great. Then it's as simple as it was only one table there. So we can take the 0 of it, and we write df country, and we see that okay, we get the data frame. So we can also remove the index col equals 0 like this. Then we get this one. Yes, df country. Yeah, we can leave it like that and move on to the next. So let's do it like this. We want to have, we can do df.info. Oh, right, df country it's called. df country.info. Yes, we see, okay, there's no null values. Object, int, object, and then we see, okay, we have some weird formatting here. So we can do some renaming. So df country rename. Let's see, what do we want to rename? We want to rename share of world. And we want to rename it as world percentage. We can actually add several things that we can rename, but actually I don't need so many things. I just want the world percentage. So I'll do it like this, and see if it works. It did not work because the thing is, when you're doing rename, it will look in the row axis first. So you need to have axis equals to columns, or axis equals to 1. Then it will look into the columns and it will change this one. So great. Then I will assign it to the country. So also we see that this is we see that there's a percentage here. I want to actually remove the percentage sign. So we have the country of world percentage now. I want to have dot string dot rstrip. So strip the right part. I want to strip away the percentage so it disappears. Okay, and when this is stripped away, I can do s type. I will change it to float. So now this is a float. Great. So I can do it like this: df country of world percentage equals df country, like this. Yeah, great. Now it's changed to floats. and we have removed the percentage. Okay, what kind of thing can we do with the percentage? Well, we can do a plot. Kind equals bar x equals country, and we can have y equals world percentage. Oh, this is very, very messy. But good. Okay, so what else can we do with this? Well, we can, for example, you don't need to show all the countries. You can do .add 10, then you have 10 of the countries. You can do this and .plot. Let's see, kind equals bar, and you have x equals country, and you have y equals world percentage, like this. Oh, now it automatically becomes much better. Not automatically, but depending on our choice. So we chose to just show the 10 countries which have the most CO2 emissions. Okay, so now we have two different data sets. We have done a little bit of exploratory data analysis. Let's do some more on explanatory. Say that we want to make the visuals much better. So we start with removing clutter. And we can start with the line charts. If you look into we can call it like this. I go up a little bit. I go up to the line charts. Here. Copy this one. And move to the end. X annual equals to this. X annual. We see this graph here. Okay, so what I meant with clutter is things that will clutter your visuals that are not essential, and which makes me as a user or reader make it more scattered. So I don't focus well because there's a lot of things in the way. So first of all, we have this graph. I will remove some of the spines to see what happens. Dot spines. Top. Dot set visible false. So I remove this one. I remove the right spine. Okay. Oh, it immediately became much cleaner, I think. I can see the trend a little bit better, or maybe it's me imagining, but let's remove some more clutter and see what happens. The legend, I don't want it. Annual.legend.set visible false. So we remove that also. Okay. Let's do similar thing with percentage graph with the bar chart. So I copy this one. And actually, instead of 10, I'll choose 8. So it looks like this. X percentage. And when I write X, I mean it's the axis which I will work with. So you see it's an axis. So we do similar stuff as here. Copy this one. And instead of X annual, I will take X percentage. We can actually do, if you do, I do command and alt. You can do control and alt if you're in Windows, and down button, and you can mark several rows at once. Percentage, like this. And I do this, and this one becomes cleaner. Right now it doesn't have a Y label, it doesn't have a title yet. But for now, we just remove some clutter. Okay, so clutter removed. What else can we do? There's something called attention. I would actually like to say attention is all you need, but that is a reference to an article for transformers, which is actually very influential paper, and this it led to what we have right now with the large language models. But that was a side note. So attention in visuals here is that you want to show, the thing that you want to show, you want to mark it so that we can directly see it, and other stuffs you can make it more subtle. So you work with contrasts and colors in a very neat way, and I'll show you how that works. So let's continue with our X annual. So X annual. Let's do like this. I copy from here. X annual. Copy this part. Oh, this is markdown. Now it's I used escape and Y to change it back to Python. You can click here if you want. So now I have this visual. I want to, what do I want to? I want to do it like this. I want to, let's see, what do I want? Yes. I want to, first of all, I want to have, I want to specify a certain color here. Gray 1, hashtag 6B7280. So I found this color and I kind of like it. So I want to use this as a gray color. And let's do it like this. X annual dot tick parents axis equals to both, colors equals to gray 1. And you see that the tick axis changed to gray. Oh, I actually need to show you something so that you know what type of options there are in matplotlib to customize. Actually, I should have shown you in the beginning, but I can show you now. So if we go to my browser, let's see, my browser is here. Yeah, sorry. Here's the browser. Matplotlib anatomy of a figure. I really like this this picture. So from this picture, you can see different stuffs which you can change. For example, okay, I know that this is called the legend. I know that this is called the grid. These are markers. These are spines, and you change it to x.spine, etc. x.set labels. So with this anatomy of a figure, it's easy to know what you want to change, and then when you have the terminology, you can just ask, you can look into the documentation, or you can ask a large language model to help you with the code. But if you don't know the anatomy of the figure, it's quite hard to know what you're asking for. So moving back to the code. So I have grayed out the ticks. I want to continue to gray out stuffs. The annual spines. I copied these two. So how did I copy both? Well, I marked both and I did Shift, Alt, and down button. So I copied them. And then I don't want the top, I want to have the left and I want to have the bottom, right? And these I want to set the color instead of set visible. Set color. Set color equals to gray 1, gray 1. And we see that these spines have changed a little bit, so they've become weaker. Great. So now I want to go into my labels. So x annual dot set x label. We want to have a label which is more telling than just these two. They should. Yeah, I will change to more telling or more clear label. So I will use capital letters here. Years from 1959. And we see that, yeah, we see this label here. I want to have another location. Location equals left. So then I get it from I get it left aligned. And I want to have another color as well. Color equals gray 1. So we see that it becomes gray. And similarly, I want to do it for the Y label. Y label, I want to have, what do I want to have? I want to have CO, let's see. This is LaTeX, so that I get the down, let's see. Location, set Y label, location, top actually. Top, like this, because it's the Y label. I want it to have, in the top, gray 1, that's true, CO2, and I want to have a little bit more telling story as well, label. So mole fraction in ppm, like this. So it starts to look much better. Let's change the title as well. X annual dot set title. The annual mean of CO2 emissions measured in Mauna Loa has increased every year since 1959. Okay, it became a little bit long, so let's do some cutting. Where should I cut it? Well, I want to cut it in after. Wait, here's like trial and error. So you try it out where you want to cut it. And like that, okay, it looks a little bit better. Let's do some location equals left. Like this, yes, maybe. We want to, I did some quick formatting here. I want to have some pad equals to 15. This is also trial and error. And I want to have my color as well. It's gray 1. I want to have another font size. $14. Yes, but here there's some strange here. CO2 emissions. Let's see why. Okay, it seems to come twice, right? Let's see if we have. I think there's some error in this. So if I restart this and I restart it and clear all variables and then I run all, let's see if the problem is still there. Oh, it is still there. CO2 emissions. Set title. There is some kind of error. Some kind of bug. Yeah, it is in there. Yeah, I don't know what's causing this bug. Oh, because I have title there. Oh, okay. Then I remove this title. Yes, because then we have CO2 emissions again, so we remove this title. Like this. Yes, looks much better. So now we have, yeah. This looks much better. We can also make it like this. Let's see. We can increase the. We want to make. We want attention, right? So we want to have this much thicker. So let's do it like this. X annual is this plot, comma, line, let's see, line width equals 4. Now it looks much better. Yeah, you can play around with these settings. So this is what I wanted for this line graph. And let's change our see if we can get some attention for our bar graph as well. So for our bar chart, let's go back to our bar chart here. Percentage. Copy this one. Jump down to the end. Yes. Pasted it in. And let's run this. Yeah, get this bar chart. So let's do it like this. We want number of countries equal to 8. We want top emitter equals to 3. We have we'll highlight the 3 top emitters in the world. And we will have 2 different colors, red and gray. So the red color, this you can look up, the hash codes. And we have the gray color, like this. And we want to have colors equals to red times top emitter plus gray times number countries minus top emitter. So what does this give us? Well, if I write out color, color is not defined, colors, we see that, yes, we get 3 red and we get 5 gray. So this is we did the multiplication operator or the star operator on the list so that it becomes so that we have a repetition of the element in this list, so that the red repeats 3 times, gray repeats 5 times, right? Because we have 8 minus 3. Great. So let's do it like this now. X percentage. Yeah, I can call it percentage. Let's see. It looks like this. We can do here, word percentage, we can do color equals to, or color equals to colors, like this. Now you see that these three are marked, while the other ones are grayed. So here we will catch the attention immediately. Before, you see different word percent, you see different bars, but here your eyes will dive directly to the three top ones. And I don't want the rotation also. So let's fix that. Rotation equals 0. Rotation equals 0, right. So now it's not rotated, but I need to make it a little bit wider. So let's do some small fixing. So we have x percentage dot set x label. Sorry. Top 8 CO2 emitters in the world. Rotation equals left. Color equals gray 1. I want to remove these colors. And you see here this X label. The similar for Y label. But we want to change the title here. And the Y label. Percent of the world's CO2 like this. We want to make the tick parameters. So x percentage dot tick params. Let's actually copy the ones in here. I don't need to rewrite them. These. I want to have exactly the same settings here. But I want these to be x percentage, like this. Okay. So we have the spines, we have the tick params also, x percentage dot tick params. X is equals to both. Colors equals to gray 1. Like this. Now it becomes, now we see that we have used the contrast in order to make the attention clearer. So what's left is a title. I won't type the whole title out. I just copy this one from the lecture note. Actually, it's not X country, it's X percentage, because I didn't change it here. So it looks like this. And in order for this to be even nicer, we need to set the figure. So fig equals X percentage dot get figure. So then we have the fig. And then I can use the fig in order to set size in inches, 8.5. And I do fig.height layout. So these settings here is using the fig setting, you can change how the size of your figure I chose this size. This is also by trial and error to find out which that will fit my graph the best. And with this you can, for example, I want to have a fig.savefig. You could say top emitters.png, for example. And you can choose how you can choose dots per inches, for example, 200. And here we get this graph. And you need to experiment a little bit so that we see that the title has disappeared a little bit there. So you need to experiment in order to make it look nicer. Yes. Yeah, this was data storytelling using matplotlib, and it's quite useful when you're presenting your visuals for the stakeholders. So thank you for listening and thank you for watching this video. Bye.